So research purpose. There are three types of studies you're going to conduct. The first one, let's focus on the first one. The first one is exploratory research. So it's more like qualitative approach when you don't know about topic and you are kind of exploring it, as the name indicates. It's exploratory. You are trying to understand what it is. You are trying to tell what it is. You want to have a deep understanding of it. So it's more like you are focused on literature, you are focused on expert, you are focused on focus group discussion to give you insight of what you are investigating. So that's the exploratory research. You are exploring, you are learning, and at the same time, you are telling, you are reporting, but in a proper way. The other one is descriptive studies. So descriptive is moving from pure qualitative towards slightly quantitative. Here you start adding numbers, statistics to support your argument, to support a theory which you are coming up with, to support your findings you are coming up with. So here you will be mostly tackle with cross-sectional or longitudinal time series kind of data. The economist may know what these two terms mean. Cross-sectional is more like a point-in-time study. It's like, for example, population census, everyone is familiar with it. It's a cross-sectional data. It means that at a certain point in time, the population of the country is that much. Now, some misunderstanding may happen that people may think that point in time mean that it is at 9 p.m. or 9:00 a.m. of, let's say, 5th of May or 3rd of May 2024. No, it's just that we say that the time spent while doing this thing is so small that there is no major change happening in the population. So we call such kind of data cross-sectional data. It may be collected through certain weeks or maybe few months. That's fine. But we say that the period of collection of the data is so small that no significant changes is happening in the population structure, right? So that's the cross-sectional. And time series is more like you study a phenomena over a period of time. For example, GDP is a good example. You are reporting it every day, every year or every quarter, you are getting the data of it. Then we have explanatory study. So now it is pure quantitative. Pure qualitative, then somewhere between, and then moving pure quantitative. Here you move to establishing relation between variables. You start establishing relation, cause and effect, and quantifying that relation. That much change in one factor bringing that much change in another variable. So that's more like quantification of things. So it's up to you. It's up to your skill set. It's up to your research questions. It's up to your objectives to pick one of that. And that would determine what kind of methodology you're going to use. For example, here I'm going to rely on expert interviews, literature reviews, or literature review based studies are also done. It's called meta-analysis. I don't know if you are familiar. Someone with medical background may know better. It's like, because they introduced this technique, now it's used in more science, other sciences as well. In meta-analysis, we collect the data, the studies published on certain, let's say, if there is for example, some disease X, and there are a lot of literature available on that from last 20 years. So you collect all that studies, and based on that, you come up with a new finding, you apply some technique, and you come up with new findings. So meta-analysis is of that nature, to be very brief. Expert interview and focus interview. So if your objective is to explore, you have to pick one of these approaches, and there are several more. And in descriptive studies, you are going to link with the data. With sometimes you see studies that just describe the things. Data is available, but nobody knows about it. So you come up with a story about that data. You let the data speak. You interpret it. You come up with some analysis based on that. But then you come to one step ahead, pure quantitative. Here you start modeling the data. And then there are different techniques for modeling the data. For example, economists use econometrics. Similarly, the people who are expert in management sciences, most of the time they use structural equations, factor analysis. The people in computer use the term data science, deep learning, machine learning. All these are different techniques, all leading to model the data and let the data speak, and see how the data is established and how it's explaining a particular phenomena you are interested. So here you will get the idea how you're going to proceed in next.